The Sharks won? The Sharks won? Oh my gosh. We're celebrating a victory as they beat LA right now on Teal Town After Dark. Good evening, everyone. It is Monday night, March 22nd, 2021. The San Jose Sharks win. That's right. They win 2-1 over the Los Angeles Kings. A huge loss for the Kings.
Erik, what's a win?
It's win. Hang on. It's win our team, in this case the Sharks, score more goals than the other team. And as we all
can do that, we can
absolutely. And remember, Landi, as a longtime fan as you are, we know this commercial. In life, as in hockey, it takes goals to win. So, being joined
I just remember 4 in the net pizza you get.
Oh man, who doesn't remember that? But welcome to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live interactive Sharks post game. We do this after every single game, home and away. So if you want to chat with us, Teal together, and follow, and along with fellow Sharks fans on the page or the app. And of course, follow us on the social, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, Reddit, and of course, our Discord. As you saw, I am joined by Erik Landi. How are you, good sir?
Oh boy, I have to bring the levity into it because if we were like, just all downers all the time, we'd have like 2 people watch us. Instead, we have 15. So I'm feeling a little better about life.
Yeah. Well, let's kind of get into everything here because a lot of fun part. Okay. If Jerk says Chopversation, we are joining the Chopversation. You can interact with us as well. All right. Jerk.
Oh, Jerk's feeling the love too.
Yeah. I love it. All right. So let's be perfectly honest
Jerking
here.
It with Jerk.
Hey now. Wow.
Hey.
I don't want to know what you've been doing with Jerk, but you're in San Diego and he's in Vegas.
Let's just say it might involve FaceTime. I am the select few who gets to see that beautiful mug of the Jerk.
I have nothing to say. I will say Amanda and I are potentially coming down to Las Vegas the night that Patrick Marleau will tie. Well, maybe will tie with the Sharks. The all-time games played record. Either way, seeing the Sharks play, it'll be great. Maybe we'll see. But we need to get to kind of an elephant in the room between us. Usually we set up these shows ahead of time so that way everybody can get the link out and everything, and then YouTube has a little bit of an issue, and we were planning to go on Twitch earlier about an hour ago, tested that out and everything, and of course what really got us in trouble. What got us in trouble? I was originally going to have the thumbnail of Logan topless as the picture in our cover for so my apologies to everyone at YouTube
little
that we
too
offended,
much
so
a little too much mustard on that picture.
Hey, he was breaking out the Joe Thornton and oh yeah boys, yeah, I'm so hot, yeah whip it out, yeah boys. I can't do as good as Brody.
Hey, but Jumbo did eventually end up with that gorgeous Swiss model. So, he's doing pretty okay for himself.
He's doing very okay. He's doing more than the okayest goalie ever, So,
That's true.
So let's get into it, shall we? No beating around the bush. Wait. Oh, there we go again with you and...
Ooh, hashtag hockey porn. 4-on-4somes. Did you hear that little reference of the little Hedekin?
The Randy loves breaking out the always popular 4-on-4 play, of course.
Yeah.
So first period, you saw some of these little ticky tacky calls. I don't know about you, Landy, but I'm wondering if the league is starting to get a little tired with everything, with such a compressed schedule and into like what 90 some odd days for 56 games, because
Oh, I'll tell you the reason
you're
why.
seeing the
I'll tell you the
holding,
reason why.
you're seeing the holding, you saw the tripping, which I call the NHL 21, trip,
Hey,
so
Eric,
hmm.
Eric, I don't know if you've seen this little article that I posted, and I know I've got the tinfoil hat on right now, but I happened to see something about French Canadians reffing a certain Teal team that we like.
Oh.
Monsieur Francis Charon. Dude, you're killing me, dude. I'm dying. Come on now. I don't know what it is with the Quebecois. What do we do? We have Marc-Edouard Vlasic. What more do you want from us?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
Burge, Burge 7191. I heard porn and
Oh
now I'm
boy.
here.
Oh boy. We don't want to get in trouble, if that's even a word. I know words are the best words. I mean, for for YouTube, all right. Um, so, but oh man, yeah. You would think that with pickles you would be okay, but who knows? I mean, this season, who knows? So,
Yep.
but that being said, Logan Couture with his 14th of the season, his first goal since March 8th. Um, like I've always said, Landy, when you throw the puck on net, good things will happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, in all honesty, though, me and Ian were talking about it last go around, and Ian brought up his back is not doing well. Well, I threw out there that his wrist, because I remember him taking a shift and visibly shaking off his wrist like there was like a deep burning issue in that wrist. And the poor kid, I mean, you could see he's trying to leave everything out there, but man, the mind is willing but the body is unable at this point. And I think there's a couple guys that are facing some pretty difficult issues right now. But I think Logan for sure, I think, takes the cake. But hey, you know what, the kid has been pretty relentless even with the issues,
Mm-hmm.
and hasn't taken a shift off, still logging the same amount of ice time that he normally does. So I mean, yeah, you gotta give it to the captain for getting it out. And a nice little just placing the puck on the net. You get Quickie, kind of a little funky with the glove because he doesn't get like a good um, he doesn't get like the full mitt into it. It ends up tipping off of the very outer edge of the glove, hits McDermott, and goes back into the net. So nice little bounce. And one of those bounces that hadn't been going for the Sharks for a while.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know me, since I've been coming onto this, it's I've always been, you make your own luck, right? Meaning you've got to put the pucks to the net in order for you to get good bounces. It's because it's a law of averages, right? I mean, if you're only doing it once or twice a game, that's not even a 50-50 play. But let's say you do that 20 times a game, you're going to get some goals. So that's a good thing. You got to funnel pucks in the net.
Yeah.
I also liked that they, threw towards the net. And we got to be careful, because when we do say put it towards the net, you have to put it in the select areas where either A, there's a lot of congestion in front of the goaltender, or B, you've got a guy, parked outside of the goaltender, either on the left or the right hand side, looking for, a deflection or a tip or what have you. And then you have, I guess there's a third option where you got somebody parked right in front, a la, the mule, right?
Right.
So Johan Franzen. And so you've got to be in those positions, though. You've got to set yourself up for those positions, right? And
Absolutely.
that's deals with mental fortitude, that deals with your execution to your game plan. And so, yeah, it was a good attempt by Logan that to put it on the net, and good things happen when you put the puck on the net. But we haven't seen that consistent enough across the season, and that
Mhm.
is what separates the men from the boys in this division. It really does.
I completely agree. I mean, th- there have been so many years, and I was talking to a friend of mine over the years. You know how uh this team and you know tell me if I'm wrong, Landy, that this team would get down in a game and they were done. Uh, I mean, especially in those playoff series, with Detroit, it just seems like, oh, we're one and done, we're done, or they'd be down, 3-0 in a series like what was it, Dallas in '08, and they would tease us. They get us. They win 2 games, and then they eventually lose in Game 6. There's been that resiliency here and there over the last few years, and it's nice to see, especially with the younger guys coming in with like Meyer and Hurdle and even LeBanc doing their thing, and the Sharks are going to need them down the road when this team eventually becomes them. You know, um, to me, I think that's how I look at it, and that's what's going to be needed down the road to finally get them over the hump. Whenever that happens, it's not going to happen this year, but whenever that happens, you learn from those mistakes and you go from there. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I kind of chuckled when Brett Hedican said, oh, if they've got a pretty light schedule coming up insofar as the quality of opponent, and he's like, if you rattle off some wins, you might be able to put yourself in the position. I'm like, dude, I appreciate optimism, but I don't appreciate being patronized. And it's like I I. I it's tough because as guys as Sharks guys, they've got to toe the line between telling it to you straight and giving you the party line. And I appreciate what he's trying to do, but at this point, I think I've heard enough about the feel good stories. I've heard enough about the morale boosters here and
right.
there. And I need to see some growth and development on the ice, even in losing efforts.
Yeah.
Even in losing efforts. So, I would rather them tell it to us a little bit straighter, um, in the telecast,
Well,
but that's just my preference.
but my thinking is that until they're mathematically eliminated, I don't think we're going to get that. And you know what? For what they do, that's fine. I mean, especially, not to get into this, but I mean, especially from the broadcasters who are employed by the Sharks,
Right.
that's going to happen. I'm not going to call them homers because my God, Randy Hahn, you know, I mean, Jack Edwards can't hold, Randy Hahn's jockstrap because Randy is
Oh
such
God.
a professional,
Yeah.
with it. And when national, to quote what we used to call a number of years when Randy was constantly doing the NBC games, um, national Randy is great. You get that unbiased performance. You get that coverage, even if it's Randy. So, but moving onward, uh, Roy gets the tying goal from LA. I mean, the tough part is it was one of the rare face-off losses from Hurdle tonight. I mean, the Sharks 57% in the face-off circle. Hurdle was outstanding at 78. I mean, Donato and Couture were 20 and 33 combined, but Gambrell improved big time. Hurdle improved big time in the face-off circle. But that was one of the ones that Hurdle lost, and it tied the game up at 1-1. But you know,
Yeah. I mean, it was okay. So this is again, we go back to the broadcasting a little bit, and Hedekin's like, I swear, like that. He's swearing up and down that puck glanced off of somebody, and you look at it again, and then he kind of like retracts what he says. Not retracts, but he kind of dials it back and is like, "Oh no, that one went clean in." I'm like, "Yeah, that is the kind of mediocre goal that Martin Jones lets in every once in a while." And you get run support. Well, even when you get run support for him, he's so inconsistent with how he's going to do, whether or not he's going to turn up and be the ghost of Terry Sawchuk, or man, all these Detroit Red Wings references today. If you're either going to be, like I said, the reincarnation of Terry Sawchuk, or you're going to be, Marty Baron a la right after Tomas Hertl.
Oh, damn.
uh, you know, I, he just oscillates between that, and you don't know when he's gonna turn it on, and you don't know when he's gonna be totally unacceptable in net, and it's infuriating. And I guess where I'm going with this is, I still don't think that this performance changes my barometer on him at all. I still think that he is needing to be bought out in the offseason, and the team separate and go their separate ways, and let him see if he can find himself, because he's not getting any answers here. And I'm not moving off of that. I just, again, I think he's just broken down in his fundamentals, and I think, like tonight, it was on full display that his reaction time, I mean, that's clear reaction time kind of issue, because you moment you hit the puck hits the ice, right, it gets kicked back. He's got to be a little bit more hugging, not hugging, but it got to be a
On
little
the
bit more
post.
adjusted. Yeah, a little bit more adjusted than where he was. And that's the same issue that we've been having for the last year and a half.
Right.
Is, those natural reactions.
There were always those sneaky ones that somehow got by him on the near side post. So that tied it at 1. And honestly, Jones, I thought, had an outstanding night. This was, if I'm not mistaken, his third game that he's 40. He's made 41 saves, on 42 shots. If I'm not mistaken, and I believe Randy was saying, it's his second game that he, or third straight game that he allows only just one goal. So good on Jones to get things going. Won't call it a Joner streak. Let's not go that far, because he's got a lot of making up to do. Like you saw with Vegas lets in 3 goals right away. Colorado 6 goals in the previous 2 games there. So, and Chris makes a great point here. You can't have hot and cold goaltender. No starting goaltender can be cold on a regular basis. You get a rough stretch once a season. You can't be 10 to 20% stinkers as your starting goalie. And you have, I mean, he's been pulled 5 times this season.
Right.
And getting comments in from the locker room now. I really felt good the last few games. Focus on playing, not thinking too much out there, which is it's just good to see, because you don't want to have him overthink, and then you're second guessing things, and that takes you're tick-tocking, and then the next thing you know, boom, it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, but
Fudge.
where was this in the off season, right? I mean, like, where was this commitment to focus then? And that's the thing. It's just, I like that you're doing it for me now, dude, but a little bit too late. No, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, where was this, the 6-7 game, against St. Louis? Where was this against Vegas the first time we met them, and they kind of run us out of the building with Martin Jones starting? I just, you continually give him an opportunity to shine. Mind you, this was one of those opportunities, because he was going to start against his old team the first night that they played them. I don't think that there was any doubt about that. And where was that before?
Right.
That goes for everybody. That goes for everybody, not just him, but well, I mean, Dubnik, I don't know what's going on with him. He's just
And he was on
talk
such
about
a
another
good.
frustration.
And he was on such a good run too.
Yeah.
And which is why he's in the midst of a lot of trade rumors and talks right now. It's craziness to see to see how one thing goes after another. But it's nice to give them rest. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Dubnik gets back in action this week if the trade rumors are there. Certainly to heat up. But another one that I don't want to lose, but I think would be good to get some assets out of would be maybe. Well, no, he's 24, so I can't really see it. But Ryan Donato, played center tonight and gets the game-winning goal on a nice little backhander. Won't call it a rocket backhander, but it was a nice little backhander that beat quick for the game-winning goal. Bugner saying, I like Donato at center. I like that line, and they gave us exactly what they needed. That line was huge in the win tonight.
You know who Donato reminds me of? I think maybe a little less defensively adept, but similar offensively is the Cobra, Chris Tierney. Reminds me a little bit of Chris Tierney. He can move, he can scoot quicker than Chris Tierney ever could, though.
That's for
and,
sure.
The IQ, Chris Tierney's brain, you could just see him going a million miles a second. But I don't think Donato. I think Donato focuses on the play at hand, not a 5 steps ahead kind of thinker. So maybe giving him the center role gives him a little bit more responsibility, a little bit more to think about, which will maybe help slow down those feet just a little bit, right? Because I think a lot of the time is he might be suffering a little bit from the Torrey Mitchell syndrome, where
God.
he's just scooting, but that the hands are not as quick as the feet.
Yeah.
So
overall, Bugner is pretty pleased. Tonight, he said we wanted to roll our bench, and every time we started to get going, we take a penalty. We have to spend more time in there and grind them down. Yeah, you took 4 penalties early on in the game, and you had a questionable tripping call, but you blame that on Marcus Sorensen. I think Ian had mentioned it on Twitter. Because Sorensen gives the puck away, Vlasic isn't prepared, and he's in a bad position and takes a penalty. And then Knizhov took 2 penalties on the night, but he did get an assist, if I'm not mistaken, on the game winner for Donato, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, from Leonard and Knizhov. So you love to see it. You love to see a win. I mean, Couture saying we gave up too many chances, but Jones made some big saves for us tonight. But he also points out tonight was not our best effort. We maybe brought our B game where we've been finding ways to lose lately. But tonight I'll take the 2 points. I mean, you get 2 points, but
no, you don't get any kudos from me at this point.
I was gonna say you're looking a little frustrated still.
Yeah, no, I
Lay it on me, Landi.
again.
Come on.
No. I mean, again, it's just you knew that the urgency needed to be high in the previous week. And I felt like the urgency was pretty good against Vegas, but there were still a lot of mistakes being made, right? And so are the mistakes the growth kind of mistakes, or are they the kind of mistakes because there's a talent deficiency? I don't know, man. I just you go back to the point, even if they lost both of the Vegas games, but to not get a single win against St. Louis, oh man, like
you needed to get those 2 wins.
Yeah.
You were in it with Vegas. I mean, uh, we don't want to take moral victories, but you were in it against
So,
Vegas. But
I mean, honestly, I think the book in this season, Puck Guy, I think it will come down to the 2 games in March against Vegas sealed the coffin.
yeah,
You know what I mean? That was just, to me, I was just hearing the Undertaker clank, clank, clank especially after the second game where they were up and they could have split and extracted a moral victory and moved that forward. Instead, they just wilted away. Clank, clank, clank. That's it. Done.
yeah. You know, you have Amy. Thank you very much for watching. A win is a win, and beating LA is always a Bay Area goal. Yes, got that right. Yes. And Davalos, NBCS California needs to get a classic BLA chant piped in. It's not NBC piped in. It's and we were talking about this off air. It's the arena. The arena has the crowd noise in there, so it's taking, come on, we can get a Zoom chat going of Beat LA, and we can get that pumped in on Wednesday for sure.
Hey Jordan, hey, share the cheddar, man. Want some fat money on this game?
Nice, Jordan.
Yeah, use those donations.
Yes, if you want to donate for your favorite segment, you can at us on Venmo at Teal Town USA. AJ's watching that for us. AJ, of course, providing those quotes from the post game. So if you're new here, thank you for watching. Hit that subscribe button. Obviously, again, we had some issues with showing off Logan's body for the thumbnail, which is why YouTube got us in trouble and all that fun stuff. No, Andy, no, don't even think about unbuttoning. Come on. Landi, your girlfriend would kill you. Come on.
Oh, no, I think it's too much for the viewers, Buckeye. I think it's just too much.
Boy. Hashtag oh my. We're going
back
down with that. So, Jordan, how do I do that? So go on to Venmo. You either have the app or I believe the site. You can do that. And at Teal Town USA with a donation. Of course, all donations go help with the back costs of the show and all of our
I mean literally this was brought to you by your donations. So it literally goes back into the show, and we love doing it. And Jordan, I mean, even if you don't want to donate, the like and the subscribe really help.
They go way longer way than maybe than the donation sometimes. Be quite honest.
But let's talk about 35 likes, and we'll get some more shenanigans. Ooh. Come on, let me off the chain. Come on, 35 and 35. I'm off the chain.
Oh boy, I don't know.
Yeah, because we've almost got 60 people.
Yeah, though considering after how we were worried as we went on the air about, oh boy, maybe we won't. Maybe the switch up will cost us, but it's good to see. Everybody.
Oh, Richard, he wants his something.
Oh boy, come on, people, let's make it happen.
All right, you want it? You got a Venmo for it.
Oh boy, really?
Come on, it's like OnlyFans. You gotta tip us.
What the hell is OnlyFans?
Oh, Erik. Oh,
what the?
Well, that's a good thing, Amanda. That's a good thing. Good answer.
I'm just saying, Jerry, thank you for the donation.
Woo! Jordan,
whoa!
Shut up.
Damn. Whoa, Jordan. Okay.
All right.
Jordan.
All right. We're getting the reach around and we're getting the short house, baby. Ooh, and we're almost at 35 likes, dude. Come on now. I think we got to do this more often. We got to get Erik off the chain. 61.
Wow.
Oh, they just want a piece of me.
It sounded so wrong, but yet it sounded so right. Bringing the reach around and the short house. I mean,
all your dirty pleasures.
Wow. What's has gotten into Landy? I don't know. Super chat donation from Jordan Furtado. Bring me on as a guest sometime. I'll bring some energy. We would love to. Uh,
Oh, we love the hypesies. We love it.
oh man.
How about Shorthouse doing a reach
Getting a
around?
reach. That might take us too far. We're in good shape with the league. I don't want to mess that up. You know, honestly, when Vancouver is back in the division, I would love to chat with John Shorthouse.
No, you know what? I mean, that's going to be nuts. It's going to be like, honestly, it will be really cool. Oh, Patrick Tyler.
Oh
Oof.
boy.
Oof. All right, dude. All right. No, but going back, you sidetracked me there, Patrick.
Sorry. Go on.
Got to get back in the zone. How cool is it that we're going to have Seattle versus Vancouver?
Oh,
That's
dude.
going to be like a blood feud.
Dude.
And then, we're kind of like Northwest too. So they're going to, of course, Seattle is going to drag us in because of the whole Seahawks Niners thing. So now we're going to have Vegas, Seattle, LA, and just the whole freaking division hates us. I mean, it's going to be awesome. We might see blood sports.
Oh man. You guys are going to get me in trouble.
Hey, they paid for it, okay? This is brought to you by the viewers.
So Patrick Tyler sharing the profits from winning at bowling this weekend. Hey, congrats on winning. I can't wait to bowl again. Hell, I can't wait to go ice skating. I had my accident 3 years ago, and outside one time for like half an hour to see how I would do, haven't been able to go out. So come on, people, one more like. Let's make this happen. Don't make me beg for it.
Ooh.
Oh, shut
Erik.
Landy, really? Oh my God. There we go. We got the 35. It is.
All right.
And we're actually going to call it a reach around. All right.
All right.
Sabres 5-3 over. That wishful thinking.
Are you robbing the people of?
Oh, you want?
Their
should we? I
video?
guess.
Have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around.
Yes, it is a reach around. Rangers 5-3 over the Buffalo Sabres. The Sabres, yikes. Here's the question. Here's a question for you, and I'll do it in our friends TSN 1040, rest in peace, but for Sakaris and Price. Tell me I'm wrong. Buffalo may not get to 11 wins, which would tie the Sharks for, I think, the fewest wins the season. In the season.
Oh, shit.
Whoa.
Nice. Oh, my. Jordan,
we were actually just kidding, but hey, you know what?
Hey,
Thank you.
what? Honestly, like, really, I mean, we kid about the whole donations thing because we just think it's a funny gag, but honestly, we really appreciate everybody. I mean, we do this. I mean, we do this because we love the game. We do this because we love to interact. I do it because I my Teal Town guys and gals they're like, they're my peeps. So we do this for you guys, and we super appreciate all the support. I mean, really, I mean, you know that this is a labor of love for us. So,
right.
To make any money off of it is just icing, but he laughs because we don't make any money. Seriously.
No. Davalos is saying take the shirt off, and he's also saying $100 Landi will go topless.
Whoa. Well, okay, all right, but I do have the little bar, right? I could do this. It's my mouse pad or my.
No, we'll just hide the comments in on top of you if that's the case. That's how we'll do it.
Strategically placed comments on top of me. But no, go back to Buffalo, man, dude. You talk about two franchises on a collision course for mediocrity. Oh my God. I mean,
The worst.
but you know what? The worst thing about it though is just that Buffalo's fans are so good. They're so good. Oh, AJ, now you're starting to pimp me out? Really, AJ? You're pimping me out. I am not your whore, buddy. No matter what you think.
Oh my God. We go topless and we get $100. Oh, man. Oh, I'm glad it's you. It's not me. Nobody wants to see this. Nobody wants to see this at all. Anyways, let's move it along here. Hurricanes rock the Neon Buggers 3-0. A shutout for. Oh crap! I'm gonna try it here. Where's Kevin Lacey or Hockey Jerk to help me out? Nedeljkovic, whatever. The Hurricanes goaltender got a shutout. And of course, who gets the game-winning goal? Brady Shea. Who also got the third goal for this game? Next Cash. Okay? Really? I know it's on Wheel of Fortune, but come on. Gustafsson gets his first NHL victory. The Flames were douchey about throwing the puck around to get it for him, but the Senators beat the Calgary Flames 2-1. I want to say that is the Flames one of the either the first or their second loss with Daryl Sutter behind the helm in Calgary.
I want to say it's the first. I think it's the first loss. But 15-15-3, they pulled the nose out of the spiral. Now they got to see if they can gain ground.
Yeah. Nedeljkovic, that probably is the case for the Hurricanes goaltender. That Jay was throwing me off, though, for crying out loud.
Oh, Chris. Oh, I love your zinger. Oh, you gotta throw that one up there. Teal Town OnlyFans would mostly be cat pictures, and Kevin's most risque turtlenecks. Oh, yes. Yeah, and then he'll wear like a shark's thong, all right? We'll put it in the calendar. The Teal Town calendar.
No. Mm-mm. We're going to quickly move on because I am now deathly afraid of what the hell this OnlyFans thing is. Islanders beat the Flyers 2-1 in overtime. Anthony Beauvillier with the overtime winner. Doing that without their captain Anders Lee. Oh my goodness.
The Islanders are looking good. No, I mean for real though, they're priming. They're priming.
You wonder if they make a move before the deadline.
Oh my God! Stop this man.
Jordan Furtado with a super chat donation of $25. I'm doubling up Wednesday, and I know we're about to go 7-1 in these next games. I believe. Yes. I love it. Freaking love it, Jordan.
Hey, strip me down naked and grease me. I'll go, streaking.
This down here. See how much fun Puck Guy has when the jokes aren't sent his way. See, it's nice to actually have, jokes that aren't thrown at me. Unlike on the Discord channel, which you'll join after the game, after the show. So appreciate it.
But me and you riff off each other all the time.
Yeah, of course. But I mean,
we got this thing down.
let's just put it this way. At least I haven't on air gone. And if you don't know what that means, you can find out in the Discord channel.
It's like we're like the ESPN, the 8, the Ocho, and I'm like Cotton, the one that's like the freak with the, when he's like kind of going like this, and he's got some real zingers. Oh, and then
that's
you got
a bold
Erik
move, Cotton.
Trying to, he's gotta try and keep the ship afloat.
Yes. Davalos, I got the right pronunciation. Nedeljkovic. Oh, sure. Now I can get it right. But earlier when I couldn't buy a vowel for the score of the Canes game. Right? You know, I Furtado After Dark. I love it. Oh my. I didn't know we're getting a sponsor now. Wow. All right, moving on. The Wild over the Ducks 2-1 in this one. Bugstad with the game winner there. Vegas and the Blues, I believe, were tied 1-1 going into the third period, and then of course Vegas goes crazy. Mark Stone with 2 goals. Mutual Salt has a goal in there. The Golden Knights on their way to 22-7-1. The Blues now break even at 16 and, well, if you count their overtime losses, 16-16 on the campaign. Jordan Binnington, you got a smart agent to have you sign a 6-year deal, and you're still letting in 5.
He's got Martin Jones. He's got Martin Jones agent, baby.
Oh, and Burge, here you go. For those who don't like it, my apologies in advance. We got paid for it, damn it. In Vancouver, the Vancouver Canucks get shut out by Connor Hellebuck, who didn't suck to the Winnipeg Jets 4-0. Paul Stastny, Blake.
You got to say that. You got to say score.
Scores.
Like
Blake Wheeler
yeah,
scores.
Exactly.
There you go.
It is the most annoying scores announcement in the entire league.
But of course, as the short house returns, there's one thing that gets shown though is this the look I get when he does short house. There you go. All right. It's been a while. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for letting me do that. All right. In Arizona, Avalanche win 5-1 over the Coyotes. Drew Bauer with another victory. Jonas Donskoy, former Shark, #PostSteel Syndrome, 2 goals on the night, including an empty netter. Probably both empty netters. And of course, Oilers and Canadiens were postponed because of 2 positive tests in Montreal. So that'll be made up down the road. So, Verge 7F91. I think Teal Town needs to go live and pop champagne as soon as Vegas loses in the playoffs. We'll see about that. We might have to do that. We'll have fun during the off season unless some miracle happens. And the Sharks get in. We'll see. So, all right.
Oh, don't toy with my emotions,
dude. We call it the teaser goal for a reason. Like the other night in Vegas when we gave up the a 5 spot, and then the next thing the next goal, what was it? I think it was Timo. No, it was Evander made it 5-4. It's like I knew we weren't tying that game up. Come on now. So.
Yeah, but nobody likes a tease. I mean, at the end of the day.
Why did I say tease?
I mean, really though, at the end of the day, I mean, that's just cruel.
Wow. With that,
I was talking about the Sharks.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you're probably talking about a Shark only fan or whatever you call it. In case you missed anything or you want to watch this again, and trust me, this one's been something special. I know Landy's enjoyed it. I have too, don't get me wrong. You can catch Teal Town USA everywhere on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. We'll hopefully not get dealing with issues about showing off Logan Couture. Half dude. SoundCloud, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and of course always available at Teal Town. Oh my God, Jordan! Wow.
Ooh.
Jordan will find always available at tealtownusa.com. Okay, those noises are making sound really bad. That was supposed to be last night's edition of Technologist with the ASMR.
I don't get that. I don't get the whole ASMR thing. I don't get it.
I
don't get it.
It's just those really quiet sounds that kind of get your hair to raise on the body.
I know, but Brody was doing one. That's like, that's not what I want to be listening to.
Well, and apparently, who was it? Who said it? Apparently, you and Brody have the same barber. So, that's a new donation record for Jordan Furtado. So we appreciate that immensely. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Honestly, we're over 2,200, almost 2,250 subscribers. So please hit that subscribe button. It does do a lot for us.
Yeah, and if you know any other Sharks fans in your life that have been like missing us in their life, you tell them about us.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then we grow this thing.
That's right. We grow. We're like a little plant. You will grow.
I'm not gonna do it.
Landy, no.
I'm not gonna.
And dare I say this, because we're at the end here. We appreciate each and every you watching. We'll be back with you on Wednesday as the Sharks take on the Kings. Now, because the game is on NBCSN, we are your only post-game show following the game. So we really need the support for each and every one of. Oh my God, Landy! My goodness. So please tell a friend. You know what, AJ? We might need to get a contest going to get everybody pumped up for Wednesday. But tell a friend. Mention us either in your tweet, on Instagram, on Facebook, and send it to us so that way we could see it. We would love to get this thing going, and we would love to have a huge show for you on Wednesday following Sharks and Kings. It'd be great. But for now, I will. Oh boy, I hand it over to Erik Landi for his final thoughts and where the people can find you. Oh my God, go ahead, bud.
Do you really want my final
I'm gonna
thoughts,
hit
though?
the end button if you go off the rails, though.
No, you're gonna. Yeah, no, he's gonna pull an Oscars award, and just drown me out with the with the loud music. No, I mean, look, we try to inject the levity into this thing
Here,
because
you want loud music? Okay.
Oh, that's not nice. No, we try to inject the levity into this, and I, just enjoy being silly with everybody, just to get us off of, the tough times.
Yep.
So anyhow, where you can find me on all the social media garbage, using my first name. That's Erik, Erik, Landi, Landi, and we appreciate you immensely.
Absolutely. I'm at Puckeye14 on the Twitter and the Instagram. We will be back with you on Wednesday following Sharks and Kings. That is a 7:30ish start. It might be 7:45 because it's a Wednesday night doubleheader. And now that I said that, I really need to get out of here. Otherwise, Landy's going to talk about NBCSN. So until Wednesday, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. The conversation now continues on the Discord. Laurel has just put it in the link down below, so check this out there. And all the best to you, and we will see you Wednesday night following Sharks and Kings. Good night, everyone.